Hi, I'm Annie. Welcome to part 8 of my Mind Shift series on the biblical understanding of the word might or its adjective mighty. And like I said, this is part 8. If you are new here, you can just go back and watch the 7-part videos leading up to this to better comprehend what we are talking about. The last letter on our very special acronym SWOOS is letter S, that stands for skill. It is an experience on something or about something. Skilled can be a practice or an acquired ability. For instance, you are issued a driver's license after a period of time of learning, practicing, and as well as testing. You are issued a driver's license. Also, skill can be having expertise on something or about a peculiar or a particular skill. For instance, a gynecologist has expertise in female reproductive system, so that's an expert in that. And also, you have a dentist, he has expertise in dentistry or teeth management. That's skill in another sense. So skill can be accrediting your natural gifts or talents for systemic recognition. Most of the times we miss out on opportunities, not necessarily because we lack the skills, but because we do not have the tools or the recognizable tools, that the systems that manage these opportunities recognize and accredit for and vouch for. So for instance, you might be good in event organizing or organizing events, but then you lack a project management certification, and somebody who is not as good or as skilled as you practically but has a project management certification can gain access to that opportunity. So for when we say accrediting your natural gifts and talents for systemic recognition, it just simply means, for instance, somebody with a high natural gift of event management takes up a project management certification. Paramount to note here that accreditation is possible or attainable via self-awareness. How well do you know yourself? What is your level of mastery of your value inventories? What's your level of mastery of your skills, of your skill sets, of your strengths, of your weaknesses? How well do you know these things? Why? Because self-awareness is a bedrock for self-investment. Somebody who is not versed in computer, doesn't have computer skills, or even put on a computer, cannot even take up an advanced computer skill course to improve on his computer skills, because he didn't even have it in the first place. But you can only develop your computer skills when you already know that you are very versed with computers. So doctors cannot, somebody who has not gone to medical school cannot say they want to do specialization in whatever field that they want to specialize in. Why? Because they don't even have the capacity of basic medical practice. So self-awareness is very key. Like I said, it is the bedrock upon which self-investment is executed, and with self-investment it determines your self-value and as well your self-worth, and all this goes to build up your self-confidence. An example of somebody whose ignorance affected his ability to execute task was Gideon. Gideon was very ignorant of himself, of his capacities, as his strengths as well as his weaknesses, and so that led to so much low self-esteem or no valorization of himself and of his abilities. We should understand that low self-esteem is not of God. It's not of God. It's a deceptive scheme of the devil to enable people self-doubt and self-sabotage. And so when Gideon became aware of his skill, of his capacity to lead, of his capacity to coordinate, of his skill to manage people, of his strategic management skill, that unleashed his self-confidence, which in turn unleashed his inner might. He became a mighty man. That unleashed his might. That unleashed his self-confidence, which unleashed his capacity to manage people and execute a task and got his victory for his country.